Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea and today I have my second update for my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. This is a project that was started by Alexi here on YouTube and I will have her channel linked down below. I am doing things a little differently. I'm picking 6 shades total, which I think is pretty standard, but I am doing 3 shades from palettes and 3 singles. Lucy, get out of here. I'm picking 3 shades from palettes and 3 shades from my singles, and they're all picked randomly. I have my spreadsheet on my computer in front of me, and since I'm filming on my phone, when I do pick new shades, which spoiler, we're gonna pick a new one today, but I'm a dork, I know, shush. But I'm going to be using a random number generator on Google, and you'll have to trust me that I'm telling you the truth about what numbers I'm getting. But with that being said, let's get into the update. I'm going to save the most exciting part for last. My first shade is this Jelly Much shadow from ColourPop in Fly the Coop. Now I'm treating this as a loose shadow, so my rule with my loose or liquid shadows is I have to use it 20 times before I can roll it out. I have used this one 14 times, so it will be in the project for another month, but I don't foresee any problems using it 6 more times in the month of March. There's a swatch for you there. It's a really nice, like, dark burgundy, shimmery color. My next 2 shades are both ColourPop singles. The first is this shade, Do or Dough. It's actually what I've got on the outer half of my eyes today. This has been in the project since the beginning. I used it 6 times in February and 6 times in January. And I did give myself a rule, not a rule, but I gave myself an option that if I had a shadow in for 2 months and I hadn't hit pan, then I could roll it out. But this shade and actually this next shade, Superzoom, there's not much visible progress really on either, but I've used Superzoom 17 times, and I've been really enjoying the looks that I've been creating with them. Actually, what's on my inner corner or inner third of my eye today is a NYX single shadow, and I've discovered, like, pairing it with both of these, it pairs really well, and I want to get a more use out of both of these shades with this color. So I'm probably going to leave them in for at least another month, and then we'll see where we're at from there. Next, I had this shade Luli from the festival by Juvia's Place. I am so shocked that I did not hit pan on this yet. I used this every single day as my inner corner highlight. It's my inner corner highlight today. I used this 31 times in the month of February, and I'm sure some of you are saying, but there's only 29 days in February. Well, there were a couple of days where I did my makeup and then I worked out in the middle of the day and then I redid my makeup after that. So there was a couple days I did my makeup twice, and that's why I have, more than 29 uses. But you can see, this shade, I think the reason is it's not quite hard pan, but it does get, I think because I was using it with a pencil brush, it was getting, like, compacted. And as you could see, normally when you use a pencil brush, you would just dip into one spot, but you can see how big of an area I ended up having to use because the product right in the middle where I was continuously dipping my brush was starting to get too compacted and I wasn't getting enough. So then I would have to swirl it and swirl it. And I just realized I did not swatch the other shadows. Hold on one second. Wow, I'm failing at this. Okay, here's Do or Do, and here's Superzoom. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Okay, so as I was saying, that I think is why I haven't hit pan. Technically, I could roll this one out because it has been in since the beginning of the project, but I know I'm so close to hitting pan and I want to hit pan in it, so I'm going to keep it in for another month. And before I forget, I'll swatch this one for you guys. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping I would hit pan with that swatch, but still no such luck. Okay, I mean, it's just a standard white shimmery shade, but okay. Now for the exciting part of the update. So this next shade is from my Sweet Peach palette. It's Summer Yum. Now, it's not exciting because you can see I have not hit pan in it. I used this shadow 26 times this month, and I used it 25 times last month. So I've used this shadow a total of 51 times, and you can still barely see a dip in it. I know Too Faced shadows are very hardly pressed, and I know I'm very light-handed, and I know that if I keep this in my project, I will go insane because it is going to take me forever to hit pan. So I am actually, because this has been in since the beginning, I'm going to roll this one out and pick a new shade. But I'll swatch it on my other hand. I mean, it's a very nice crease shade. It's actually what I've got in my crease today. It goes well with a lot of the looks that I was creating, but I'm ready for something new. And then finally, the real exciting part of this update. The last shade I had was the cream in my Makeup Revolution Emily palette. Oh, there you go. And you can see I hit pan. It took me, I mean, you can see the way I use shadow is I really don't dip into one spot. I kind of swirl everywhere, and that's part of the reason why it takes me so long to hit pan. I used this every single day in January, so 31 times, and then I used it an additional 13 times in February before I hit pan. So it took me 44 uses before I hit pan on a matte cream shade, if that gives you any idea on how long it takes me to hit pan on eyeshadows. So I'm very excited that I finally have another pan, and I'm extremely excited that I get to roll in 2 new shades. So we're gonna do that right now. Both of those shades were in palettes. Oh, wait. I'm being a bad YouTuber again. I'll swatch it for you. I mean, you're not really gonna be able to see it. It's just a cream shade, but for the sake of completeness. Okay, so since both of the shades that I'm rolling in were from palettes, in the random number generator, I am putting 1 through 419 because that is how many eligible shadows I have. I think I said it in my last video, but Summer Yum will be eligible to be rolled back into this project in the future, but if I generate that number this time, I will repick because I'm just rolling it out. I don't want to roll it right back in. So we're going to generate the first number. Is 229, and the second number is 128. So I have my spreadsheet in front of me. Let's see, 229. Ooh. Okay. That is from my BH Cosmetics Aurora Lights palette, so it's probably going to be really bright. And 128 is from my Makeup Revolution Mermaid's Heart palette, so I will be right back. I'm going to go grab those palettes and we'll see the new shades that I got. Okay, I'm back with my palettes. The first, ooh, I'm excited about this shade, but the first shade that I picked is this shade right here, glowing, this greeny gold. So I have, I'll put it, ooh. That is extremely my jam. Like, I'm very excited about that. I do have a feeling though that this is going to be one of those shades that's in, that's in for 2 months and then I roll it out because these are baked. So it takes a while to go through those. And then this shade, I'm sure my sister Maria will be very excited because she actually got me this little palette when she went to London last year. Oh. Wow. I'm smart. So what I did was when I hit pan on something, I moved it out of my spreadsheet, but I have 2 columns, one with the palette name and one with the shade name. And I'm actually, 128 is actually not from this. It is actually the shade White Peach from my Sweet Peach palette. So, whoopsies. But that's okay. I have actually, because Summer Yum was in my project, I have actually been using this for my brow bone highlight. Again, I'm pretty sure this is a shade that's going to be rolling out in 2 months because I don't think I'll be able to hit pan in it, but I'm going to need to fix my spreadsheet to make sure that everything is correct, but here, give it a little swatcheroo, but here you can see, here's White Peach and here's the cream. They're pretty much exactly the same. So that shade's not quite as exciting, but I am really happy about this one. And sorry, Maria, maybe next time I'll actually roll in a shade from that palette, but this is the color story that we're working with, and I think my cat is playing with my coffee cup, so I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you later. Bye.